What's up, y'all? And for a lot of y'all, I already know that you're going to take this news very well, but I have another update for the gameplay in ESG Football. Now, in this past update, they added over 100 new animations, and a lot of them went to the linemen. And I played a little bit as a lineman in the tournament over the weekend, and I gotta say, it was a lot smoother. I gotta say, I had a lot of fun. I made a DN build. They were mostly asking for O-line, but I was like, I'm gonna focus on defense. So I was bull rushing and getting through blocks like it was just smooth. So I think the one thing for newcomers I will say for the line is to familiarize yourself with the buttons. It's kind of like Madden in the rush moves where you can go left, go right, bull rush or whatever, but there's small differences in knowing the controls will definitely give you a competitive edge, which leads me into the skill gap in this game. A lot of the rookies mostly struggled with their field awareness. So if there's any meta in the game right now, I would just say it's probably getting high field awareness, because that is the main thing that'll drive the skill gap between players. People not knowing basic DB. Oh, I don't want to say basic, but people not knowing the laws of playing DB. For example, if a route is going out or two routes are going out, another route is coming back in because they have to space out the field somehow. So if you don't know things like that, it's going to be hard to play with low field awareness. So you're going to have to either work on one or the two. You're going to have to either brush up on your game or grind your attributes in the game. You got to pick yours. After that, I don't believe there's any real way to cheese in this game, so that's a plus, because most of the things that like people are cheesing, like say a running back can't get tackled, all that takes is different formationing, because that's basically all goal line is, just putting people in gaps to stop running backs from doing crazy things. Like you see it when people play Ashton Genty, they just pack the box, because if you take away the area there is to run, then there is nowhere to run, but then you have to worry about the receivers. So a great strategy would be get great players and be in good positioning. But that's a little basic. It can get a lot deeper, but I don't want to get that deep on the topic. Lastly, there was an update last playtest to the strength, and I'm pretty sure it was nearly the same. They tweaked it a little bit, but it was smooth to me. Like, I made little builds. They weren't fumbling too much because I was like handling the ball correctly, going down, stuff like that. But when I did make big builds and I saw like the speedy people running around, my D lineman build, I got like 3 fumbles over the past weekend just because I was stripping at the ball and people just didn't have enough strength, because things like that will matter. Just like 2K, if you have a small player with no strength, he can't play paint defense. It's kind of the same holding the ball. It's going to be really hard to not fumble if you're 5'5". You know what I'm saying? But people that understand defensive concepts are getting picks with no field awareness. So it's really just built into the skill gap that they want showcased by the tournaments that they're holding each week. And it's pretty self-explanatory. So I had a lot of fun playing the lineman. For quarterbacks, the only advice I'll give you is read the safety. Throw it to the weak shoulder, read the safeties. So for the quarterbacks, my only advice I'll give you, if you are new to playing quarterback, you don't know how to read a defense, just start with the safety. Look at the safety. Look at your receiver that is attacking the safety. He's either open or he's not. The next guy is either open or he's not. And you have a check down in most case scenarios. But one of those two is usually open at one point before the safety breaks or after the safety breaks. It just depends on what level of football you're playing. I can't describe quarterback to you that much. I just kind of feel it. As for the skill positions, I can't help you. If you don't know, you don't know. Just get familiar with the buttons so that you can bring out the most sauce that you can bring to the table. It's just that simple. And that's all I got today, but I will see y'all next time. Peace.